Hello, Inside the Artist. You already know the vibe. My name is Diamond, and we are back with another episode. This one is power episode because we have a special guest in the building. Barramellla. She's an artist, she's a songwriter, and she's one of the most talented females out here from the six. And she's also the CEO of a swimwear called Carramella. Welcome to Inside the Art, Barramellla.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah. How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling good.
You're feeling good, and let me start. Let me start from somewhere light. You know, let's bring down the tempo. How's your day today? What do artists get up to on a daily basis? Like,
I wake up in the morning. I think a little bit, think too much sometimes, go to the gym, come home, do some laundry. Honestly, this whole day I was just preparing to come to this podcast. I was really excited.
I'm glad. I'm glad. I'm glad that you're excited to come here, and we're very happy to have you here. Inside the Art, as you know, it's a platform where we really hope to connect artists. We hope to get to know you, pretty much. And one of the things which I didn't mention was that, and which we're going to talk about, is the fact that you just dropped a banger, a hit. And you definitely will be seeing all about that on here. But let's regress a little bit and kind of talk about you now. Who is Barramellla?
Barramellla is an entrepreneur. She's a very solid woman. She's a loyal woman, and I feel like she's growing as we speak. So I could say all this tomorrow, and then I could be like 10 times better tomorrow.
No, I think that we always give the best. We always give the best of who we are. And when I look at your social media, your Instagram, your name there's Candy.
Yeah.
And then there is Barramellla.
Yeah.
And I try to figure out to coagulate those two, and I'm like, is Barramellla your kind of like your alter ego? How do you define yourself with those two personalities, kind of?
I think Barramellla is more my online music ego, and then Candy is like for my friends, my family, right? Because my real name is Candace, so okay. Candy, like I've always been called that by default, right?
Okay.
So I really like Candy, but Barramellla is just it right now.
Right, and I must say Barramellla sounds like the name of a star right away, right? I mean, even if you went with Candy, like that's still some stardom there, and it really shows with the track which you just dropped, Six So Cold. What is that about?
I think it's more of like, it's not even about the weather, because even though we do have crazy weather, it's not about the weather, but it could be about that. Honestly, for me, everywhere I went, like middle school, high school, college, I've always just shined super bright. And I kind of thought that it was normal to be the way I was until I got around people that were kind of like dimmed a little bit. So I'm like, damn, like this city's really shady. Like, I'm not saying like the people are crazy or anything like that, but I feel like a lot of people are scared to shine. There's so much potential out there, like, and they just rather just stay to themselves and just hide in the shadows and whatnot. And then they expect everyone to be like that, right? Because delusion turns into reality. So if everybody's one way, I feel like they're just gonna flock with the crowd and be like that. People are scared to stand out and shine. So I think that's why I say that.
There's a quote that you just said. What was that?
Delusion becomes reality.
Delusion becomes reality.
Yeah.
Now, that's really important that you are, because for you to excel, right, you obviously have to stand out. You obviously have to be different from pretty much everyone else, right? And how are you distinguishing yourself from the so-called Toronto artists that you found that we're not living up to these expectations which you are setting for yourself as well, right? Like, how do you differentiate yourself from that?
I've always been like that. Since I was in school, my younger days, I grew up with like a lot of one thing. So just Jamaican or Somali or like whatever, just one thing. But I was mixed with so many different things. So all down to my features, I've always looked different from people. So for the longest time, I felt like I didn't fit in. And then more into high school where I'm just finding myself, I'm like, damn, I really do not fit in. So at first, I'm not gonna lie, I was really ashamed of it. I hated being different. Like I tried to dim myself down so I could fit in with people, but now I'm just embracing it more.
Is it mostly because of your background, as in, you have a mixed background, and then it's like...
Yeah, I think it's just the way I was raised. Like growing up, my mom, she listened to like a lot of soft rock. It was different from my friends' moms and stuff like that, even down to things she cooked and stuff, you know what I mean? So I feel like it more like comes from my mother and my interests and stuff, because I wasn't really interested in what everyone else was interested in.
Okay, so you were born and were you born and raised in Toronto?
Yes.
Okay.
In the West End.
In the West End.
Yeah.
Shout out West End. Shout out West End. Yes, that's right. Shout out West End. A lot of as you rightly said, that there's a lot of talents. There are a lot of people here doing some good music, good stuff, right? And are you working with anyone? Are you looking to work with some people?
Oh my God, yes. I'm a very optimistic person.
Yeah, I can. Definitely you are.
I'm always trying to work with new people, but sometimes I think, like I said, people are scared to stand out. But when I see potential, I go for it. I want to work with you. I want to do whatever it takes to get you to where you need to be. And that's just something that people don't see in themselves sometimes. But there's so many artists I would like to work with. Even girls that paint. Yeah. I would like them to do paintings of me, or just get them to do So Mel, the girl that came with me, my sister,
Shout out Mel.
Shout out Mel. That's my MUA.
Yes, you already know.
Right? She paints as well.
Okay.
So for my Six So Cold, she did a lot of the props.
Wow.
And I'm just like, wow, there's so much talent.
Yeah, I see the aesthetics there, right? It's a different level.
She was the art director.
Okay,
yes.
Okay, good to know.
But you see, it's just people that are kind of not out there as much have the talent.
Yeah. That's pretty cool, right? Because I think that we can really only grow with the right people around us. No one is an island. And you don't want to be that island where the people around you are the toxic people. So, you're working with some good skills, some good talented people that you can talk to them and they don't feel like you guys can speak on the same level and understand,
for sure.
right?
And sometimes I feel like the people that are already on the top are assholes and jerks. You know what I mean? No, for real. They make it so hard to want to work with them, but it's you kind of think that they already have the plateau. You want to be where they're at. You have to work with them, but that's not how it works.
Now, have you ever reached out to one of those top guys,
yes.
one of those top people? What is a typical response?
Oh my God. Okay, first of all, are we talking music or fashion? Because it goes both ways.
Okay, let's start with music, right? Because in the second segment of kind of our conversation today, we'll talk about we'll talk about Carramella Swim.
Okay, so with music?
Let's talk about music now.
Gosh,
it's
where do I start?
You hit them up and you're like, can I do a collab with you? Or can you, let's just hear, what's the answer?
Oh my God, I don't know, it's weird. I think because me being a woman, it's not only an ego thing with them, but it's more of they think it's a privilege that it's more than work sometimes. And it happens to me a lot. I even tell a lot of the young girls, be careful when you're going to these photo shoots with these photographers and going to producers and stuff. You have to really watch your back and stuff because it gets kind of weird being a young female. Because it's okay, they want their pay for their services, but sometimes it's they want a little bit more, which is crazy. It gets really dangerous out here.
Yeah,
and they think they deserve it because they have the platform, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And that allows me to ask you, about, just being a female in this journey which you are in, right? You are you're a rapper.
Yes.
That's some Ja Rule shit, right? That's you get me? That's, you know what I mean? So it's you are in this game with guys, right? You're in this game with people and apart from it being guys, it's just historically being known to be a guy's game and you know what I mean? So what are some of the challenges that you kind of experience?
Honestly, there's many challenges, just like I said, them not taking me seriously, them thinking it's more than what it is. But I feel like ultimately it's just the respect because it's all about equality. You know what I mean? If a guy's gonna come to you, he wants to work, pay for your services, okay, it's cool. But when a female does it, it's like they get some sort of arousal from a female being vulnerable. Because all this is being vulnerable, right? Me going to someone and expecting to pay for their services is me being vulnerable. You know what I mean? Going by myself, I'm a female, alone. You know what I mean? Some people take that and they might abuse it a little bit, right? Because they have no control. And it's a majority of the guys that never got no in high school, right? Am I right? I'm right.
That's facts. That's facts. But you know, we are talking about this, and I'm just thinking about, you know, a young female who just sets out and is going to do this photo shoot in some condo downtown. Those condos downtown.
Yeah, and they say no guests.
Yeah, no guests. Just come. Like Mel would probably not even be allowed. Like it's like,
no,
just come. Yeah, it is, you know, it's, I don't even want to make this statement like it is what it is, because that is not what it's supposed to be, right? It's not right. And it looks like all of these things that have, it's like that's the nature of the game. It feels like that's the nature of the game. It feels like that's the only way to make it. But, you're strong. Like, I just encourage you to, you know, keep pushing and keep doing your thing, because you're out there, right? I was just listening to the track which you just released, and what are you working on now?
So right now I'm working on a few things. I plan on dropping multiple music videos for the summer.
Multiple?
Yeah.
What is multiple? Like 50?
Okay, not 50.
120?
No. Okay, I just started. Okay, no, I literally just started making music last year. I mean, I've been in the game, but not the music game.
You just started making it. Why was that not the first thing I asked? Like, how long have you been making? You just started last year.
I literally just started last year because my boyfriend at the time and one of my closest friends were making music. So I was always like in and out the studio, right? And I'm just sitting there and I'm just like, fuck. Sorry. Yeah. I'm like, I would have said something else, or I would have switched up my flow here. Like, it was just clicking to me because I'm just sitting there listening to them do it over and over again, right? I'd put in my input 1-2 times, right? But I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna try it myself. Why not?
Yeah, like that's, you know, so what you're saying, just by kind of like listening to what these other people were doing, in your mind, you're like, oh, if I was in that position, I'll do this in this way.
I would do it way
different. That
is
crazy.
And I also went to school.
That is, okay, yes.
Sorry, I went to school for business. So I would always apply that to their businesses and them putting out music and stuff. But I'm like, oh, damn, I could do this myself. Like, why not try, right? You live once. That's
the definition of independent ladies who make their own money. Like, bro. Yeah, man, that's amazing, you know, and I think that's the best way, you know, to me, if you ask me, that's the best way to learn, you know. You look from people who are not necessarily more talented than you. They don't necessarily have to be more, they just have to be people who have been doing it. And then, you know, you don't have to copy them, right?
Yeah.
You pick out the things which you find amazing there, you add your own twist, you add your own personality, and it becomes boom.
Yeah, you have to have fun with it at the end of the day. As soon as you stop having fun is when you're going to take it too serious. You're going to get frustrated. You're just going to get overworked, tired, exhausted. You know, your dopamine levels are going to be shot. Like, it's not going to work for you.
Have you ever thought about performing?
Oh, my God. Like, I want to perform. I'm just really nervous.
Like, if Burna Boy or if Davido or who do you look up to as an artist?
Beyonce.
Well, I was here shooting Burna Boy and Davido.
Oh.
She's about
No, but Beyonce. Oh my gosh.
Burna, you're not in this conversation today. It's Beyonce.
No, Beyonce. Oh my God.
Okay.
Because she lives a very private life, right? And I feel like that. So much people, ever since I started making music, they're like, you need to upload 3 pictures a day, 2 reels a day. Like, you need to be consistent. And I'm just like, oh my God, like, that's not me. Can I still do this if I don't do that? Like, I felt like, okay, this is not for me because I'm not that type of person. I'm very, to myself, mysterious, low key. But I get it. I get that they're trying to tell me I need to stay with the algorithm or whatever, right?
Yeah. Yeah, like that's true. When you saying this, I'm thinking about Beyonce. It's like people don't really know shit
Nothing.
about Beyonce.
Yeah.
It's just like she's married to Jay-Z and that's it. Like that's what
She's a queen.
Yeah, she's a queen, right? And that's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I have other artists like
Slayer.
Yeah, no, I love Nicki, of course. Like
Yes.
she's right beside Beyonce.
Yes.
My female rappers right now, definitely Bia. I love me some Bia. I like Cardi B.
Okay.
I like Meg Thee Stallion.
So you don't have any problem with Cardi B and Nicki?
No, honestly,
that
I feel like that is so out the window. Everything
Right.
me and my girls do is just about women empowerment. Like not the corny women empowerment
Yeah,
shit.
like real
but
shit.
actual women empowerment.
That's
we don't
good.
give about that shit. It doesn't fly with us because it's such a waste of time and energy. And one thing I notice is that they try to put women against each other all the time, and it's stupid because I feel like women are better together. You know what I mean? Way better.
The power of women when they come together, and it's just unfortunate that sometimes, as you said, right, like just in your industry, in this industry, sometimes women are not taken serious. They're being sexualized and all of that, right? But when you come to like even just in terms of like opinions, if guys, like I was on a podcast like a couple of days ago, and we're talking about what happened at the Oscars. And, we was guys on there and really talking about, like how that was like, we had our opinions pretty much, right? And I was just thinking, one of the guys called us out and it was like, if there was a girl here, like if there was a female here to talk about this, like your opinion about this would completely, especially if we had to listen. Right. So, I just don't, I think that, especially when it comes to these conversations, the entertainment industry, like everywhere, women should have, they should have an equally strong opinion, right? They should have an opinion, So I'm glad that, you're working with women around you who are empowering, one another, empowering you.
100%.
As well. Yeah. Sure.
Oh, African artists? WizKid?
Okay.
I'm
Weezy.
sorry. I
Weezy.
love him. I love him. I think he has so much swag. Like, he just comes out of I don't know. He just has so much swag. I don't really listen to African music as much as I want to because no one really puts me on to it, to be honest. Like, are you guys going to put me on?
What do you mean? What do you mean? Guys, somebody just asked if Diamond Puma is going to put them onto Afrobeats. You're joking. What are you talking about? Inside the art? Yes, we shall put you some Afrobeat. But, that's a good start. That's a good start. You like Miss Kids. That's a good start.
I love him.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
And, when you talk about privacy, that's, that's one of the private guys too right now. Davido's kind of out there. A lot of these guys are out there, but like, I'm just talking because you mentioned Beyonce as being private. Yeah. WizKid is a private guy too.
Is.
He comes out.
Sometimes I think I gravitate to people like that because they're so mysterious.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But they produce amazing art. But sometimes I think you have to. Sometimes it's pressure when you're an artist because I've done creative directing before, and then you put out something crazy. Then you're like, okay, I need to put out the next thing.
Right.
But it takes a lot of disconnecting from like social media and friends and family to just sit by yourself for the inspiration to come, right?
That's true. That's very true, right? Like you don't see them, posting here and there and all of that, but it's like their work speaks for itself.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, let's take a short break.
I'm slow-mo. Wanna stack my chain so I turn into a go-go. He went against the grain so I turn into a ghost. Post up my page and they're preying on my posts. Ooh, you see me shining. Rock City chain with Kalani diamonds. A 6 so cold I'm headed to the islands.
Yes, a lot of people don't really understand what it means to be an artist, to be to produce or to have a music video out, right? And God knows, I cannot even imagine that. How much work and how much skill and how much, just everything that you have to put into that. But I want you to kind of, walk me very briefly, like what does that process entail, right? Like how much work and skill do you have to put in there?
I think skill builds, but work you have to do all the time. Because at first you're not going to really know what you're doing, right? So when I first started, this is my first Six So Cold, is my first music video, but not my first video. My first video was my Marilyn Monroe campaign for Carramella Swim. And that being a production in its own, a 1-minute video took like 3 days and like 3 months within 3 days. So it took a minute to get everything sorted out, but I was the producer for that just because I wanted everything to be so perfect. Mentally, it took a lot. Physically, it had me exhausted, but the outcome is so worth it. So everything that you're doing from booking time with directors, Zoom calls, phone calls, budgeting, you have to figure out like a marketing plan for it. It's blood, sweat, and tears. I call up my friends and say, hey, like, can you help me out with this? Like, can you donate to this?
Yeah.
I always call my friends.
People got to show up for you.
Yeah, exactly. For the Maryland campaign, I was waking up at 4 a.m. just to be in the field for 6 a.m. to catch the sunset. So one thing I'm starting to notice with even shooting my last video, I'm not gonna lie, after I shot the video for like 3 days, I was totally exhausted. Like, I didn't want to talk to anyone. I wanted to sleep. I even shedded a few tears.
Yeah, sometimes, you have to.
So when you finally go out and you put yourself out there, it's literally you're exposing yourself to the world. And thousands of people are going to see this.
Yeah.
You're scared what they're going to think, the comments, because there's always like shady comments and shit, right? It can be scary.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
Because people don't do shit like that, right?
Yeah.
You got to ignore stuff like that because...
Like, is that even possible? I'm really thinking about artists. Like, is it possible to ignore
it is
everything?
100%.
Yeah?
It is. Because once you already have, I'm starting to notice, it's your support system that is so important. And your support system is sometimes even strangers. Because ever since I dropped Six So Cold, I have numerous DMs from strangers telling me, girl, like, this is great, keep going, your potential, like... It's amazing because that's what you're scared of, what people are going to think. Obviously not the people around you, your friends.
Right,
they're going to love it regardless because it's you. They love you. They're here for you.
I think that's a very important message for, those who are even trying to, do music videos, artists who are trying to break through there. Like that. I think that's a very important piece of information. And I like how real you're keeping it, right? It's not a joke, right? It's not a joke. It's your whole life. It's your whole energy you're putting in there. Now, at the start of the show, we talked about your clothing, your swim brand, which is Carramella Swim. How did that come about? And I have a very important question to ask you, right? Because that's a huge part of who you are as well.
Yes,
right?
Huge.
I want you to tell me how that came about, and are you more expressed through your branding as that brand owner, or as an artist, or maybe both?
Yeah. With Carramella Swim, I was in George Brown. I was taking fashion at the time. And I was like 3 months in. And it was taking 3 months for us to learn how to make a skirt, right?
3 months to learn a skirt.
3 months for a skirt, right? So after a while, I'm just like, you know what? I feel like this is kind of wasting my time. No shade to George Brown or anything, right? You know what I mean? But I'm just like, I'm coming into class every day on time. These teachers don't seem happy with what they're doing. So why am I going to waste my time and my money with teachers that are not even excited to teach me something that they've went to school for at some point they had a passion for? You know what I mean? It's a waste of my time. So I'm like, I need to make a plan. Like, I need to drop out and I'm gonna just start my own clothing. But I'm like, clothing is expensive because I'm more into high-end editorial, couture, not fast fashion, which fashion has turned into, but I'll get into that a little bit later.
Right.
So
let's get into that later.
After a while, I started getting into like finding wholesalers and getting deals and just learning the business. So I'm like, I could actually do this because at the time there wasn't much fast fashion in Toronto, right? And I noticed the malls were declining with stores that girls, you get called out Saturday night, girls want to go buy a dress. We have to go to like Orphis Road. That's the only place that we can find nice dresses and sexy dresses, right? So I'm like, a light bulb went off. I'm like, I could be that girl for these girls when it's Saturday night, they want to go out and twerk and shake their ass with their friends. I could be that girl for them.
Right.
Right? So I started Carramella Swim just with swimwear and like seductive type clothing, like very risque clothes and stuff. And then it just turned into something where girls were actually loving it. I was getting so many orders. Like I was selling out of things really quick. But then I started noticing like my content is not good. It's the same thing because if someone's going to order from the same wholesaler as me, they're going to upload the same picture that the wholesaler is sending us.
That's right.
That's not okay. They see my brand, I'm selling something for $20, they're going to sell it for 10. And that didn't work with me. So I'm like, okay, I need to step my shit up now because I'm very competitive when it comes to things. So I'm like, I need to be the best at whatever I'm doing, right? So I started like doing dresses and lingerie, and girls were really taken to it. Accessories. I was even selling unisex things so guys could buy like sunglasses and stuff. And I'm like, all right, I need to really take my content to the next level. So that's when I started booking photographers and videographers and models and things like that to come through because I'm like, this needs to be huge, right?
And it went off.
It went off. It didn't, it's crazy because I started 2018. I swear it didn't go off until like 2020. That's when it popped, when the pandemic started. Because everything with the shipping container delay, all these shipments being taking so long, I was like the main person that had all these things on deck for the girls. As soon as they needed it, because I had everything on hand, I was the one to deliver it. I was even doing deliveries myself personally. Like I'm making like 3-4 deliveries a day.
Wow.
Yeah.
So apart from these two kind of like things that are, define who you are, what else you do? What do you do for fun? What are your hobbies? Obviously music and all, but what else, are your hobbies you like doing?
Sleep.
I accept it.
Sleep.
Okay.
Honestly, I'm the laziest hard worker you'll ever meet. Because if I'm not busting my ass, being productive, I'm in my bed watching movies, eating snacks.
Okay.
What's your sign?
My sign, I am I should have asked you to guess, but I'm an Aquarius.
Yeah, I'm a Taurus.
Okay, Taurus. What did they say about?
I'm a Taurus.
What did they say about Taurus?
We're lazy, we're stubborn, hard-headed, but we're hard workers. Yeah, extremely.
But what? I want to hear the bird.
But, oh my God, stubborn. We're very stubborn people. We could be kind of, okay, we're not selfish, but we're selfish with the people around us. So one thing about me is I'm extremely territorial. With my friends, they're my friends. My family is my family. Like I hate that sharing shit. Yes. I could be very overpossessive, and I'm working on it. You know what I mean? Like we're here to grow and stuff.
I won't comment on that. That's okay. I won't comment on that. It's a Taurus thing, right?
Your girls?
Oh, you're asking me if my...
Your what?
That's a good question because... if she's a Taurus. No. That's a good question because I actually don't know.
When's her birthday?
Yeah, I know her birthday. I just don't know the signs that...
I could tell you when's her birthday.
September 20... It's the day after my dad's. So it's September 28th.
She Libra.
Libra, yes, she is.
Oh, that works perfect. Air sign and air sign.
Yes,
perfect.
Libra.
Amazing.
Libra, yes, my girl is Libra. Libra, Aquarius. I think that's a recipe for some good shit, right? Okay, good. This is not about Diamond Promo tonight. This is about Barramellla. Wow, it's really great having you on the show, and we can talk about so many things today. But I have a few, last couple of questions that I want to ask you.
Yes.
These are quick fire questions, right? These are very quick fire questions. You have literally a second to, you don't even have to think about it.
It's like Family Feud?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, apart from the fact that you're the only competitor.
Okay.
And you have to like compete with yourself to be first.
Okay.
Okay, so all right. I'm just gonna call two things and you're gonna pick which is your preference, all right? This is how it goes. Now, nightclubs or banquet halls?
Banquet.
Boat cruise or outdoor patio?
Outdoor party.
Bel Air or Moet?
Bel Air.
Henny or Ciroc?
Henny.
Dancehall or soca?
Dancehall.
Why did you answer that for her?
I'm sorry, dancehall.
Pop Smoke or Nipsey?
Pop Smoke.
Text or call?
Call.
You don't like texting? Okay.
I hate it.
Please don't text her. Facebook or Twitter?
Twitter.
Instagram or Twitter?
Instagram.
Jerk chicken or Jell-O?
I've never tried Jell-O. I've never tried it.
I need that button here that goes to the...
I'm sorry.
Chef Fumi, hot pepper. Please, offer us some jollof. Okay, Uber or taxi?
Uber. I don't take either. I drive.
Okay, great. Fish or steak?
Fish.
Great. Salad or coleslaw?
Salad.
Well done or rare?
Well done.
Thank you. Vanilla or chocolate?
Chocolate.
Let me get a little bit more personal. Just a couple,
Okay.
Yeah. This is inside the art. One partner or multiple?
One.
Good.
Good.
Not good.
Yeah.
That didn't come from me. One night or committed?
Committed.
Abandoned building or public park?
Pardon me?
Abandoned building or public park?
Public park. But not a kid. Not a kid. No. Wait. Not a kids park. Not a kids park. Not a kids park. Don't do that to me.
Okay. Not where there's those.
No slides.
No slides.
None of that, please.
Okay, so let me see. Barramellla, if you had a chance to put something up on a billboard, like, on Times Square, New York, Dundas Square, something where everybody's going to see, apart from your picture. I didn't say you were going to say your picture, right?
Yeah.
But I'm just making that exception. What would be a message that you put on a billboard that you need everybody to know?
I would say, take care of yourself. Yeah, that's it. Take care of yourself.
Take care of yourself.
That's it. Because I feel like everyone says love yourself, like it's so pushed into people's face. But sometimes all I think is the way you love yourself is the way you take care of yourself. That's how you love yourself eventually.
That's true. Self-care. Self-care is as love. Yeah, thank you for that. Lastly, let's see. Let me ask the guys there. Anything you guys want to? What questions do you have for her?
No, look for her.
Come on, Mel. What you guys got for her?
What's your what's your best purchase of $100 or less? For me, it's my day. But what's your best purchase you made for $100 or less?
My puppy Phineas.
Your puppy was like what, $1?
No, that's my best purchase ever. I don't know what I purchased.
For $100 or
Less.
It has to be.
Oh my gosh. Shit. I don't know, body wash? Like, come on, body wash? Yeah.
Yes, what?
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Thank you.
I see myself, in 5 years I'm going to be 31. I see myself having a daughter and being married in a nice big house. Like, being a veterinarian, for sure.
Okay.
I want babies in 5 years.
Okay. How is there any touring the world plans and making music? Is it?
I'm going to always do anything that I want, and I feel like right now it's making music for sure.
Amazing. You're a very positive person. You're a very inspiring, person. And I think that many more people need to know your music. Many more people need to know.
They will, for sure. I'll make it.
They will know
be
that
known.
name.
The other day I told the biggest rapper in the world that he's going to hear about me soon.
Who's the biggest rapper?
The biggest rapper in the world. Everybody knows who I'm talking about. And he's from Toronto.
Okay.
I told him he's going to hear about me soon.
Yeah, I think they will.
He definitely will.
How can the biggest rapper in the world find you? Tell us, where's your social media?
Spotify. He can Apple Music, Instagram.
Champagne Papi, you the Hey, Champagne, you the Please find Barramellla. please.
Yeah, I'm
Yes.
gonna come find him.
Yes. So let's know your socials.
Barramellla, everything's Barramellla. BARRAME 3LA. Everything.
I like that 3L because it's so easy to find.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Once I put those 3L, there's no name that comes up like that.
None.
If you were to ask Instagram to how you call it, certify you, they won't even ask you another question. They'll be like, you know what? That is the only Barramellla that exists.
Yeah. Exactly.
So once more, very, very great to have you today.
Thank you.
And I appreciate, you coming in here and just pouring it all and being factual and being real. Yes, positive vibe. You've kept it 10 on 10. You've kept it 5 on 5. You've been, so I really appreciate you coming here.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. Guys, this is Inside the Art. I'll see you guys again. And please do what you do best. Share this, tell a friend to tell a friend. This is Inside the Art, and it's been very, very amazing having Barramellla here. Peace out. My name is Diamond, and I will see you again.